I feel I feel a little bit dumb that like does everybody do this? Are you doing this? Because it's point number 3. No. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. If you didn't know already, my name is Frida. I'm a Dane currently living in Bali, and I make videos like this one. I wanted to do a bit of an intro to this because why do 30 days of yoga and meditation? I guess you don't really need a ton of reasons. There's plenty out there. It's not like I would say generally don't know that those are supposedly very
beneficial things to do and good things to do and calming things to do, and
we could all, I think, use a bit of that in these times. By the way, apologies for like the ratchet setup. I record this on my iPhone, and this is my audio setup
right here,
which is never really that great and always gets into battles with the hair, but this is what we got. So anyway, even though I'm here in Ubud, in what is, I guess, maybe one of the most I think Ubud is one of the places that has a great
spiritual appeal.
A lot of people come here to do yoga and to kind of go deeper, I guess, in their journey they're on. I haven't really managed to make those things kind of a solid part of a regular part of my time here, and I thought I would give myself a bit of a challenge here at the end of our stay, because the government of Indonesia has issued a notice to all foreigners here. The majority of foreigners right now here are currently on a emergency visa due to the pandemic, and now we've all been given the notice that we have to leave the country within 30 to 60 days, I think. We already had a ticket home to go see friends and family, so for us it's already sorted, but yeah. Anyway, I did want to start doing it while I'm here because I think it is a good environment for it, and
yeah.
So I'm giving myself the challenge of doing meditation and yoga every day for the next 30 days, and I'm not gonna put any restrictions on like the amount of time or what kind. For the yoga, it can be super gentle, can be more strong, more like a workout. I'm not really gonna have any limitations or requirements on it, just that I do it every day in some capacity. And I think just in order to be prepared for mishaps, if I skip a day on any of the two things, I will just do it double the next day. So I will just do it twice the next day. So I guess in the end, compound effect, we will still be able to evaluate what it's like to do something for 30 days. Yeah, and I'll be doing like stops on the way, touch base and kind of tell what's going on, what I think of it, and so on and so forth. I'll be using just free stuff, so you are more than welcome to follow along if you would like. I'm inspired, by the way, here by Beatrice Caruso. I'll link her down below. She's a really, really nice girl, and she does videos here on YouTube, and I think she's actually maybe currently doing this as well. I'm not completely up to date on that, but if that is the case, then
cool.
But yeah, I'll be using free stuff, so I'll be using YouTube for the yoga. There's a lot of good, videos you can watch for that. And for the meditations, I'll be using the Insight Timer app, which is also free. You can find it in the App Store or the Google Play Store. So that's it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. day 4. I'm filming this like not every single day because I don't think you really need that to understand what I'm doing, but I'll be linking the YouTube accounts that I'm kind of using. It's primarily Yoga with Adrian, and for the meditations, it's the Insight Timer app, which is free, as I already mentioned. I'll try and write down some names of the meditations that I find helpful because there's a lot of content on there. So it's just about finding out what works for you. So today I'm gonna do more like a chill before sleep type thing. Yeah, let's get started. Check out this professional setup. But gotta do what you gotta do. Also, I tried lighting a little candle for this. And look how sad that flame is. Anyway, all right, here we go. Just got done with the yoga part. I did the 20-minute bedtime yoga with Adrian. Really nice and relaxing. Now I'll choose a meditation and then it's sleepy time, so I'll see you when I see you next. Bye. Day 5 or 6, I kind of forget. We just came back from the gym, still in our sweaty clothes. I'm gonna do my yoga now. I'm gonna do a short one right now because I'm really keen to have breakfast. So I'm gonna do the 7-minute post-run one. Apologies in advance for bad audio quality, but I am recording most of this on my phone. I would just like to note and record myself taking note that I feel like the rumors are true, guys. I feel like the rumors are true, meaning that like it really feels good to meditate every day. I mean, I've always enjoyed it. It's not that I used to be like this huge skeptic or that I used to like hate it or something, but it feels really good, and not just kind of mentally calming or whatever, but it feels physically really nice as well. Like I breathe better, I think, you know, when I'm meditating and they tell me to like, I don't know, they tell me different things, right? But they tell me among other things to, you know, breathe like into my stomach and breathe through any sore spots in my back and whatnot. And I find it helps
A lot.
I've felt sort of a difference, real I imagine, but does it really matter? In my back. Not that I have huge problems with it, but it feels better. Of course, I'm doing the yoga also. I've been doing very varied lengths of it. One day I did like a full session, or what I would call a full session, which is like 45 minutes to an hour. The other days I've just been doing 20 minutes, 10 minutes. I noticed that the longer the session, the more big shocker, right? But like the more I actually feel something from it. But even doing 10 minutes before bed is so calming and so nice. It's like I feel I feel a little bit dumb that like I mean, does everybody do this? You know, are you doing this? Because I mean, it's really nice. It's really calming and it doesn't have to take so long and it's free. You can do yoga for 10 minutes and meditate for 10 minutes.
It's 20 minutes of your day and you will
feel something. I feel pretty confident saying that. You'll feel something. Anyway, okay, this wasn't meant to turn out like preachy or anything, but I'm very happy that I'm doing this. Also, on the other side of that, I do want to debunk any sort of saint-like whatever, because I still get annoyed at the same stupid things as before. It's not like I suddenly gained this, I don't know, otherworldly angel-like presence. if you hadn't noticed. I still get annoyed at stupid things and I still get upset and I can still, whatever. But it's almost like I kind of know that I have a good tool at hand to also snap out of it. Not snap out of it as like, okay, wait, I'm gonna meditate. But more like in the mind space of a full day, that I know that, okay, there will be a nice couple of minutes where I'll be able to not do that. And that's really good. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and do kind of a touch base while these days are rolling. It's also going to be interesting because I'll have to do this on the day that we travel. But I mean, meditating on an airplane shouldn't be that hard. It's maybe more the yoga part that's going to be interesting, but I'll figure something out. Otherwise, I'll just, I don't know, embarrass myself on the floor of an airport somewhere. So I did yoga today after my run, and I'm going to do the meditation, I think, either this afternoon or tonight. Still loving Dora Kamau, I think is her name. She has such a calming, nice voice, and she adds really beautiful music, which I personally really like, and the sound quality is really good. So I keep circling back to her. I try out others as well, but if I want to kind of know that I'll like it, because otherwise you can spend just a few minutes kind of clicking around and figuring out, okay, which one do I want to watch. Each one of hers that I've tried so far, they've all been really, really nice. So yeah, we'll get on with the day here and I'll see you in the next clip. All right, a bit of an update. I've slacked bad. I had some
Wine?
the day before yesterday, and then we went out for dinner yesterday and had some more wine. And apparently the day after I have wine, it's hard for me to convince myself to meditate or do yoga. So I've actually slacked. I've actually missed 2 days. It's really bad. I have to figure out how to make up for that because I do want to continue this and I have no good excuse. I just went for a swim. I'm not naked. But maybe I'll just do like 2 double days or something, today and tomorrow. I'll figure it out. I'll show you. Buddy. Okay, I figured out a better solution to the whole slagging thing. I'm just gonna extend, I'm just gonna make sure I do 30 days. I'm not gonna do double days necessarily. I'll see, maybe I will, but all in all, I'll still just make sure that I do 30 days. So yeah, that seemed more simple. Then I don't really have to, it's not like a punishment, so it's not supposed to be anything like that. But anyway, for now, I will do this one. Yoga to shift perspective. That sounds good. For 20 minutes. And then I think we'll watch a movie and have dinner. So yeah, see you in the next clip. Okay, I think I'm trying a bit of a different setup and I think we are finally ready to rumble. So it's been 30 days of the meditation and yoga challenge. I definitely messed up along the way, so there's that. I did want to round off this video with what were the takeaways, and I have 5 for you. So
Let's do it.
So the first one, I'm just calling that kind of a good reminder. For me, these 30 days, they were a great reminder that I have tools at hand that can help me pretty instantly. So if a stressful day or a difficult talk or a certain mood or just a need for some more calm or, I don't know, space, I guess, in a way, if that need comes to me, I have somewhere that I can go for that. And that's really calming in itself, to have that option and have those tools so readily available and accessible, which is my point number 2, which is the accessibility of these things, guiding in the practice and so on. Because for me, that's something I need. I want someone to guide me through the meditation. Some people don't like that, but I do. And the yoga, it's the same. I mean, I can do stuff on my own, but I feel like I get the most out of having a full session with someone guiding me. Yeah, so anyway.
Back to my notes.
So speaking of meditation, leaving the yoga out, the 30 days showed me that it can be done just about anywhere. That's what I mean by accessibility. You can really meditate wherever you would like. The worst that can happen is that some people might take a second look at you, but... This is editing Frida. I have a new haircut. I'm in a different country. I'm in a different room. What do you know? I just wanted to sabotage my own flow here to, I guess, recognize my own privilege in this, because, you know, editing this and watching it, sorry if this is really crappy, but we left the good audio gear at home. I just want to recognize my privilege a bit in what I'm saying here, because unfortunately, as recent history kind of has shown us, it's not the same for me as a white woman to sit and meditate on a park bench as it is for any black person. Sadly, it's not the same. So I actually want to correct myself a bit here and say that if you can do it at home, I think that's probably better, because apparently white people can't really be trusted to leave you alone. And I'm really sorry about that. Yeah. I just wanted to kind of take that back, actually. I wanted to leave it in because it was a true notion to me at the time, but it's just, I gave it some thought and I want to start addressing things, I guess, that I say and show people that you shouldn't just, this is getting way too long, that I think you shouldn't just delete things. You should maybe explain also why you don't think certain things you say really make sense anymore or are valid. Maybe I was just blinded by what I'm able to do without being harassed. That was that. If you made it this far, you're already a trooper. Let's continue the video. Also donate. I'm leaving links in the box below. If you don't know yet, I hope you already do, but if you don't, then you can check that out. I meditated in an airport, I meditated on a bench in public, I meditated on a train. Yeah, you don't need a perfect space to meditate in. You don't need a beautiful room with soft carpets on the floor that you can sit on and incense ready and all of that. I mean, that's really nice if you have it, but you don't need it. You can do it just about anywhere. People might think it's a bit weird, but it's not that weird. It's just you sitting somewhere with your eyes closed and your headphones on. You could just be listening to your favorite song or podcast or audiobook. It's not the weirdest thing. You're not practicing ballet in the middle of the subway or something. Different kind of challenge, I guess. I won't be doing it, but you know. And also, some meditations are fine to do with your eyes open. They usually tell you that in the beginning of the meditation, and most of them you can do just with like soft, I guess they call it something like a soft gaze.
Sorry.
Like a soft gaze downwards or something. So you can just be like... Yoga is a bit different. Of course, you do need just a bit of space to move your body in and stretch in. But still you don't need like a fancy studio or anything. Which brings me to part 3, which has to do with the availability. There are so many great free options for guidance and instruction on meditation and yoga that I can't believe they're free, to be honest, because I mean, I know they have ads on YouTube and stuff like that, so nothing's ever completely free, right? But for the consumer, at least, for me consuming those videos, like that content, no money needed, you know? And the same goes for the Insight Timer app. I think that's even ad-free. I don't think I heard or saw any ads, really. I could be wrong. So these resources are readily available. That makes it much more approachable, which is great. Makes it easier to get it done. Number 4, the mind-body connection. This might be naive. But the mind-body connection is really important to me, and these 30 days reminded me of that. They reminded me how much my mood affects my body and vice versa. I was really noticing the difference in my overall state of being before and after doing yoga and meditation when I would do it. It was really noticeable. I've done both meditation and yoga since I was around 16, 17 years old throughout my life. Never fully consistent, of course, but I've known of it and done it to some degree throughout the years. And still, I somehow managed to sort of temporarily forget just how much of a day changer these activities can be. And by day changer, I mean, however my day had been going up until that point, those activities changed the day for me in a better way. I mean, I've never come out of a meditation or a yoga practice and been like, I really regret that, you know? It's kind of like taking a walk. You don't really regret being in nature, meditating. It's usually just good and nice and calming for you. But anyway, even knowing that and saying it now, I still forget it from time to time and just tell myself that I don't have time for it or whatever, even though you can do literally 5-minute meditations and 5 and 10-minute yoga practices. I don't know what that's about, but
when you do it, you do it.
I feel like a comparison that comes to mind is kind of that meditation and yoga is to the body and the mind, or that connection, what conditioner is to hair. It kind of smooths and hydrates and disentangles it, making it all softer and more easy to manage afterwards. Yeah. Point number 3. Nope. Point number 5. No sainthood necessary. So this one is important for me to mention because I think that the practice of both yoga and meditation can quickly lend you a sense of kind of being better than people in a way. There's a lot of rhetoric, I think, in the whole space of those things that can be a bit saved, can be a bit holier than, and a bit solemn in a way that isn't always, I think, the nicest to people who, I don't know, just other people. It's usually no one in particular that there's a reference made to. It's just like rise above and yeah, just a bit holier than attitude. I don't know. Maybe but yeah. I think that that's something that's very close by the whole wellness, self-help, self-improvement, meditation space. That whole arena just unfortunately seems to be quite closely adjacent to that kind of maybe slightly arrogant and better than mentality. That's what I mean by sainthood. And it's a rhetoric I've come across many times, especially while I was in Ubud. And I just want to say that even though I was doing these things daily, I by no means was any less angry, annoyed, selfish, short-tempered, or whatever you want to call it. I was no less any of that during these 30 days. But what I did find was that I was quicker to snap out of it again. I just want to normalize still being very human, very flawed, even though you do these things. That's kind of, for me at least, somehow recognizing that I get these ways and that won't stop. It's not gonna stop altogether. I'm not gonna never be angry again or never be annoyed, but I do have a tool ready at hand to kind of bring me a bit out of it and maybe gain some perspective on the emotion or situation or thought that I was having, and thereby making it shorter and not so troubling for me to deal with. Yeah. So no sainthood here, but definitely more calmness. And with that, I am closing off this 30-day challenge. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good way for me to force myself into doing this consistently. For me, doing something every day, not at a specific time, but just every day, doesn't come naturally. But it was good. It was really good. And even though I messed up a couple of times, the important part for me was to return to the practice, even though I skipped a day. So that's it. I hope you found this video enjoyable to watch. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you like this video. I would definitely be open to doing more challenges of different kinds. I'm thinking about one with running, because I am starting up running again and it is tough, my dudes. And I don't know, maybe it might be inspiring or motivating or helpful for someone else out there to see someone starting that up and struggling, to have someone to struggle with and still do it. So yeah, let me know down below what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.